This is an Adventures in Middle-earth actual play using fantasy grounds. You can find session summaries, items and characters on World Anvil, where our campaign is called In the Shadow of the Mountains. You can cross-reference this episode as Episode 6. You'll find links to that and our other forms of media for our sessions, as well as an index of this episode in the description. This episode, due to the high number of combatants, there will be some jump cuts to speed up the action. Please let me know if that was a good thing. Previously on, escorting the ethereal Noldor elf Írimë of the House of Fingolfin to a rendezvous with her kind, the Fellowship are beset on all sides by over 200 of Goblins and Orcs. Climbing to the top of the hill, the party make their stand amongst some rocks. Mona's looking excited and happy. Starts spitting on his hands.
I'm not sure you will in a minute. Okay, guys, I'm going to share a map with you.
Hill of Woe. That's nicely named.
Whoa.
Yep, so you are currently all at the top of the Hill of Woe. I'll put Írimë on there.
I hereby rename this hill the Hill of Miraculous Survival.
Okay, so Írimë is there on the hill as well. Position yourselves around. So those, unfortunately, it's not fully defensible. There are 3 spaces around it that don't have a kind of bluff cliffs. It's about the best you could find. And you basically are pretty tired. You ran up that direction. You were like maybe heading that way around the hill, saw them, and there were orcs coming from this direction. And actually, you saw them coming around the hill from that side as well. Looks like they may have been aware of you for a little while and looking to cut you off. Fortunately, you saw them just beforehand and then sprinting up the hill. So position yourselves within that circle of stones where you want, guys, and then we'll have some initiative rolls.
The stones we can see drawn on the map, especially the little ones on the inside, are they significant, like 8 foot tall or 2 foot tall, or?
It's more of a, so they are. It's more reflecting basically broken rocks at the bottom of a fairly, like, very steep bluff or cliff.
See, my thought is, could we make like a wall there, like a stand there, and therefore they have to come round the front, or could they get round those rocks?
I think they'd come pissing in through every orifice anyway, aren't they? I don't think
that if like we were standing sort of here and like on a line along where that blue arrow is, then maybe we can stop them. It's always like some kind of wall. Of course, they can just stand off and pepper us. That's why we've got Sigmar.
I think that's a good place to retreat to. But if we can pick some off as they're coming up the hill first.
Oh, I thought they were already about to come through.
Oh, I don't know. Where are they?
So first off, just the environment. This is remote. It's not raining, but it's cold and dampish. Light is dying. It'll be dark in minutes, and it's pretty dark now. Your advantage is dwindling by the minute, and they're gaining advantage by the minute. They're well, apart from Monin, their eyesight is pretty good, and I think actually one of you also may have the ability to see quite well in the dark. So you are going to need some light at the top of the hill.
What about a charge? If we can find out who their leader is, take the leader out, charge them. We're not expecting it.
Yeah, it's suicide, isn't it? I'm not quite sure what isn't suicide.
It is.
Guys, give me some initiative, because you can then see what's going on. There's some weak-ass initiatives being rolled here. Apart from Sigmar. Sigmar pulls one out of the bag. So you see probably actually hear more than see. You can see down the bottom of a slope a goblin runs over, and it's kind of crouched in below some rocks and scrub on the sides of the slope, and it's kind of looking up at that area. It looks like it's waiting for some kind of instruction. Monin, to the south, you see a similar goblin running up, and again, it's keeping out of. It's kind of ducked down, prone. It's crouching on its belly on the ground, and you can hear it hissing. You can hear but don't see a goblin running up the west-hand side until it breaks cover a little bit and gets to there, and then Írimë doesn't look worried. She looks sad. And she walks over and she clambers up almost effortlessly onto the pretty large boulder there. And she starts singing. It's really strange. She starts singing. It's almost like a funereal sort of song. That's what you saw. Then next up is Sigmar. Put yourself where your starting position is.
I don't know if everybody else has actually. Because
I think Amalfrida did. I don't think anyone else did. Monin did.
Monin was suggesting not trying to defend the whole circle, but just trying to defend that part there.
So Monin and Hathis are staying near Írimë to protect her, and you are trying to protect those entrances a little.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm just going to shoot one.
Shot. Musty gown.
Okay. So damage. Roll twice and pick the best.
You hear this. Down the hill. That hit home. Do you want to move, or you're staying there? Okay. You see in the dying light.
Oh shit!
Orcs everywhere. They're clustered more to the southwest than to the north. Than from the north. It looks like the main focus is this kind of area, but you are packing yourselves. Everyone, give me a wisdom saving throw. You're convinced you're going to die. Even Monin is more convinced than normal going to die. Blimey, it's some good rolls there.
Should have done that for the tracking rolls. No, survival rolls.
Amalfrida, you're feeling really exposed there. You feel this sort of clench in your stomach and are very scared for 2 rounds. Amalfrida, you're frightened, unfortunately.
Oh, Amalfrida, she was just a crap ton of it in combat.
So I think that gives you...
So it would be you sort of run out to the east. Come on, everybody. Where is everybody? Oh, shit.
So you can't go closer to them, Amalfrida, than where you are. You'll back off if they come up closer to you. And just for 2 rounds, any save or attack's going to be at a disadvantage. You are literally kind of shaking your boots at the moment, unfortunately. Okay, so that was them basically. You saw that just the numbers of these things coming all the way around you, and then they start climbing up towards you.
Bloody hell.
Some of these look pretty big looking as well. These aren't just goblins. Some of these things coming up from the south. They're not attacking you. They're definitely closing off.
Shepherding, yeah.
Closing off your lines of escape, and they're being pretty cautious in the way they're creeping up. They're kind of creeping up on their bellies, running between rocks.
Just pinning us down. Not pinning us down, they're just hemming us in. Closing the back.
They're all ending pretty much prone as they're finishing. Some are even looks like they're coming straight to the edge here. Monin, you'll be acting next. One of the bigger orcs here, Ridiculous Scream, he kind of pushes aside some of the other orcs. You can see this as he's coming up from your vantage point. And he says in very broken Westron, "Give us elf woman, a rest of you can go."
Does anyone want to handle the negotiations?
So next up is Monin.
So that's Ridiculous
What do you
Scream.
want to do in response to that? Yeah, Ridiculous Scream said that.
Okay, Monin will say, "Quit your singing, get a fire going." And then he'll move with a great bow out as far as he can, or as little as he can, just to be able to get a bead on the one who just said something.
Yeah, so you just move out to kind of that sort of area. You should be able to get past the rock. And you're not responding, you're not saying anything to the orc.
I'm about to respond with a great bow.
Yeah, that's a response in its own right. Oh, the first one was critical. Wow. So this, where did that strike him, that shot?
Probably centre mass is probably the best shot I can have. Does that give you your answer, you orcish scum? Come forward, I'll take your head off.
Give me an intimidation check, especially followed by that, and add what damage you do? 12. Add 4 to the roll. That was a hit by a longbow from range, thunked into his midriff. He snaps the arrow off and snaps it over his knee, and says something. He sounds in pain, but he says something foul and nasty in Orcish about fucking dwarves and stuff like that, and then seems to be arguing for them all to storm the place. And then in Western he says, "Good, I have your answer." Oh my god, no, I'm going to change that. Tonight we eat man flesh. I'm going to say that.
Dwarf flesh.
And he then says, "Kill them all except the elf woman."
Hang on a minute.
And he starts charging up the hill towards you.
It's confusing.
Oh my god, there's a whole black tide of orcs coming up the hill. So without a fire, now you did ask Írimë to light a fire. Anyone is going to be fighting with a disadvantage until that's lit. Once you've got a fire lit, you'll be fighting normally. Oh God, you can see them just in the faint dying light from the sun going over the horizon, blood red eyes coming up the hill towards you, and they're everywhere. This is now they are absolutely running flat out now. Awe-inspiring comes screaming up the hill towards you, doesn't quite get there. Then another goblin around the side comes screaming up the hill, gets to you but can't attack you. Amalfrida, Hathis, you're up next.
Shit.
You really can't see much now.
Yeah, I'm going to shout out, we need fire or light, and then I'm going to try and shoot awe-inspiring with my bow.
So two of you have now said we need fire or light and not done anything about it. So it's a disadvantage if you're attacking.
Yep.
With a bow.
Is that? Oh, I've rolled a 1 anyway. So
you just fire off. It goes wildly high.
Gee, I can't see a thing. Oh God, we're gonna die. Another such stuff. Okay.
Amalfrida, it's you up next. There's a little bastard right in front of you, just coming up the hill.
Well, presumably I can't do anything apart from run.
You can attack, but you're at a disadvantage. You're scared, but you can definitely defend yourself and attack. This thing's attacking you.
Also dark, so that's a double disadvantage, I assume.
No, just single disadvantage. You can't get worse than that. Just missed. Just ducks out of your way. It's small and just below your foot line. As the darkness is settling in and the orc screams are resonating around the hill, Írimë raises a hand, and from the jewel of the ring that she wears, this bright light starts to bloom, as if a star had uncloaked itself beside you. The blaze dismays the orcs. Some turn and flee, and those in the lead raise their shields to shield their eyes from the elf light. The orcs seem absolutely petrified at this. The one in front of you, Amalfrida, and the light is, I wouldn't say blinding, but it's like daylight on the top of the hill now. And you can't even see Írimë. She's got a hand up, and this light coming out of this ring is astonishing. It just started off as a glow, and it's really bright now. The goblin in front of you, you can tell he's starting to turn tail and run. Amalfrida, give me another DC 10 Wisdom saving throw. This light has really bolstered your resolve. Yeah, that's fine. So you gird your loins, and you are no longer frightened. Next up, though, is more of these things. Beefy's got a shield up or his hand over his eyes, but he's still coming towards you, even though he's going a bit slower. You can tell they're scared, but it didn't seem to prevent him going up the hill. Similarly with Stylish Beret, going slowly, but he's still moving up the hill.
It's really going to be bouncy bra, the way that mod works.
Exactly. I think it's just got random clothes and stuff. Oh my God, the next one's called Swollen. That's genuinely embarrassing. Swollen starts pegging it. He's had enough. Starts running. You can hear Orc screams at Swollen as he starts running away. Doesn't seem to be that interested in following orders. Oh my God, this guy's pegging it away as well. Not that interested in following orders. Let's see if second-rate Tights does any better. Second-rate Tights absolutely cacks himself.
Fills his tights.
It's a third-rate Tights he's got now. Zippered pants. Zipper pants girds his pants and keeps moving. Smelly right knee. He kind of doesn't go that fast. He keeps going, and he throws an insult out to second-rate Tights as he kind of sees him run back past him. Your dog is next. If you want to, well, he can act on his own now to attack anyway. I seem to believe
he can help me, or he can attack on his own. But he's not going to at the moment. He is going to. I think I shall suggest he dodges. So I can't. That's an action. So no, he'll just stand there at the moment.
Okay.
He's not going to run off and attack them on his own. That would be suicidal.
No worries. Next one is
Busty Gown. That was the first one, wasn't it?
He got hit and just saw the light. With a scream, goes, "Oh, you fucker!" in Orcish, and runs up the hill.
Oh, nuts, Sigma.
And swings at you with a little jagged knife It looks pretty wicked in the light. Oh God, he can barely see a thing. You can just he's almost not looking at you, Sigma.
I've got night vision, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, your vision's a hell of a lot better than his. It's the light that's blinding him.
He's blinding him, yeah.
He can't see anything, so
He can't see anything.
he can't see anything. He swings his jagged little knife at you. It misses wildly, skitters off the rocks next to you, and that's all he does.
So in the light, we've got the upper hand again. Conditions flipped.
Missing left ear goes. He's got his brown trousers on and just heads away very, very, very fast indeed. Next up is Scruffy Blazer. He's got this like gold buttons gleaming in the light. Scruffy Blazer absolutely nails it. Comes up there and you can hear scrabbling on the rocks as he's climbing up. Írimë she's just looking around and it's almost like got her hands cupped around the ring. And she's got this fierce look of concentration on her face. Sigma, you're up. There's a nasty orc with a knife right in front of you.
Then I'm going to broadsword his face off.
You've got advantage this round because the orcs cacking themselves, as well as them having disadvantage. You can press the advantage here.
Run while you still can, you filthy things.
And you needed that. You've hit it in the busty gown.
Doing.
Oh, that's dead.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. It's true.
Very, very dying. Okay, next actor. Unless you're moving. Are you moving?
So there's 5 of them that are going to come up with me next time, aren't they?
I'd group together.
Unless they cack themselves, yeah.
I'll go to here then, just because they could run past me. At
okay.
least behind me there. Or maybe one back a bit. No. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Yeah, that'll do.
This one. Let's see if he can sauntering up. It's pretty hard going up here. It's you know that it's steep. Loader's chin whiskers. I've had enough of this. And he starts picking after his colleague. The main force, aggressive voice, making his way slowly up the hill. A pale, wiry goblin, defensive laughter's next up. That's defensive laughter as well as I could do it. He's not very good though. He pegs it to the north. Next one is Wistful Walk. Keeps creeping up. Oh, the main force looking like they're
fallen into Hathas's trap.
Exactly. Hathas the Brave is going to slaughter them all on the hill. on the hills of woe. Yeah. So Ridiculous Scream's injured. He's going to attempt to save. He's kind of the leader's coming up, but he's definitely crouching back behind aggressive voice there. Smelly Knees next. Up the hill.
Oh, jeez.
Next up, Healthy keeps going. Looks like they're clustering around the leader. Soft Hairlip. He is also coming towards Amalfrida. They're scrabbling on all. They're almost like beasts, the smaller ones. Like a cross between almost like a pig and a pig with sharp teeth and almost tusks and claws, scrabbling their way up the side of the hill here. Dazzling Violet Thumb was pegging it last time and is pegging it this time.
Full grain leather turban. Piling in.
Pale, wiry goblin, uncouth stride. There he is. He's pegging it down the hill very, very fast indeed.
The north side seems to have broken and the south side seems to have galvanised.
It's the power of Sigma.
So he's at the sort of 2 o'clock.
Yeah, he's still going fairly slowly, but moving his way up to the gap in the defences there. Portly.
He's due east, I think. Yeah, he's sort of 3 o'clock.
He's puffing up the hill. Does he break ranks? No.
God. I'm coming!
Mr. Mannering!
Don't panic.
Mangled middle finger is... you can tell what happened with him. He's getting closer to Sigma. He breaks over the brow of the hill.
Rotting. His mother loved him. I shall call you Rotting.
He's looking at the bigger guys in front of him and wondering what the hell they're doing and why aren't they going to go into the place first. But he's still moving on up.
Sanguinous.
There he is. Southeast-ish. Absolutely no. God, I'm getting some good rolls.
Let's pack it in.
That was a 20. The one before that was a 19.
Modest Orange Vest.
Orange Vest.
That's more like it. That's a good name.
Modest Orange Vest is on his way up unfortunately. Broken finger. Tonight we feast on man flesh, he says as he comes up the hill. Shrunken shoulder. God, I've had like 100% successes on these for the last 10. They've probably only got a 50-60% chance of succeeding. Oh, that one hasn't. Spiteful Chortle is doing a runner. Can't see him though. Oh, there he is. Nappy Locks.
Nappy Locks.
Nappy Locks is pegging it down the hill.
Noticeably big-bellied. Brother of Portly.
Portly and his twin. Oi, fat boy. He's running down the hill and moaning. Your eyes are wide. You got the adrenaline's up. What are you doing? You see a lot of big fucking orcs coming up from the south.
So presumably, the one I shot before, Ridiculous Scream, he's taking cover behind Aggressive Voice.
Yeah, you could still hit him, but he's going to be a bit more difficult to hit now.
Yeah, so I'll just go for Aggressive Voice then. Did you say we're on advantage, or only just the other side's on advantage?
No, you have advantage. So at the moment, you can see they've almost got their hands in front, so they wouldn't know if a bolt came out of the blue type thing. So that one I still unfortunately missed.
Yep. Okay.
Even with it.
Then he's going to take a slight step back towards Írimë. Close ranks. Okay. Close ranks. About that far.
Awe-inspiring. He's still creeping up.
Him. He's the leader on the south.
Well, he just happened to be first through the breach.
Yeah, that's.
He's looking over his shoulder. He moved, but he's got a weapon out and he's like waving it in front of him, squinting to it with one hand up over his eyes. He's not enjoying it, but he pushed through onto the hilltop. It looks like he's looking for reinforcements. Next up, Serpentine absolutely bricked himself but couldn't move last time. You can get attack of opportunity against Serpentine Amalfrida at advantage. Is it like just ignores you completely and just heads off towards the east?
Oh, yes,
it's a hit. Okay, see what you've got. Wounded it, just cracked it in the back as it ran off, but it does the double move directly away from you there. Hathis, you are now up.
Well, Monin has said close ranks, so I'm going to move back towards somewhere about there, and I'm going to bow awe-inspiring while I'm doing that.
Okay.
I've got advantage now, haven't I? Should make a difference.
You do, yeah.
20.
Yes, nice shooting.
Oh, that's critical. Yeah,
that's good. Yeah, it's critical. It's double damage. So, where did that arrow hit him?
Top of the thigh, right through, past the bone, and coming out the other side.
Oh,
some fairly major blood spurtage and loss, and it's turning pale and not very active.
It's screaming in pain on the top of the hill, and like left leg stuck out a funny angle.
Yeah,
Amalfrida, what do you do? 3 or 4 closing in on you, standing on the top of the hill at the moment.
If I move to engage, can I still see them?
Yeah, there's plenty of light now, and in fact, you'll have advantage this round still, as they're this light's shock them. So just click advantage and then make an attack if you want to attack. Good luck. Some more criticals here. Amalfrida's pissed now.
Battle Fury, like it.
Resisting damage.
Shirt starts to rip. Jeans just still stay on though.
Oh, 20. Critical as well. Amalfrida just brains it with a double axe here. I like it. Oh, that's absolutely gonna hurt. Splat. Holy crap.
Dying.
Thunk. What did that look like, Amalfrida?
Like good.
Like nothing bad.
Nice. Okay. Next up is pale, wiry, beefy goblin. I think Beefy ran off. I seem to remember. Or did Beefy die? Beefy died.
Poor Beefy.
I need to leave him on the map at the moment, unfortunately. Count things up later. Let's see if breaks ranks. Oh, does.
I admire your confidence, John. Count them up later.
Yeah, you think you haven't got a chance?
You killed 8 of them before you got wiped.
Okay, relax, brah. It's sneaking up towards the boulders. Bouncy Castle's coming up. Swollen. Swollen's not liking it. Thin, full beard. Pegging on out. Second-rate tights.
He didn't. He filled them up, didn't they? They were third-rate tides.
Yeah, absolutely. Second-rate tides.
Heading south.
Heading south and west. Zippered pants. I think he was going up still. There's a cluster of the buggers coming up there that
Fireball time.
Smelly right knee. Oh, for the joy of spells.
Yeah, fireball. Boom.
Juan, what are you doing?
He is going to.
Juan.
He's chosen to help me, so he's going to move next to me, and then I guess he needs to synchronize his activity with me. But when something comes along, he'll try and create an opening to give me more of an opportunity to attack them.
So you can still do that ambo. So if you want to basically just like bark at it, so try and distract it while you're bowing. That's good. All right.
Yeah, that's one of the things he's trained in, so he can choose to do that rather than me have to command him and use an action.
Nice. So Juan's coming into his own. I like it.
He is.
Okay, next up is the dead guy, followed by...
Can you just move Juan up between myself and Monin, please?
Yeah, sure. Sorry.
That's perfect.
Missing left ear. As he's running, colleagues. Scruffy blazer.
He was coming over the boulder.
Suddenly over the top, with an enormous bound, Scruffy blazer lands in front of Hathis. And you can see his eyes are slitted closed. He's got one hand up in front of them, but he's attacking Hathis.
Never.
Indeed. He's stabbing at you with a spear.
Piss off.
Got it in just one hand, and he missed you. He shouts. Írimë, she seems extremely calm, but
chilled.
She's this white light is not faltering all around her at the moment. Sigmar.
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 So coming through that gap that I've bravely vacated, there's 3 orcs and a goblin. Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, if I put the goblin down firmly enough, then that might.
They'll get the message.
Yeah. So I'm going to shootify him.
Mangled middle finger.
Assume that's a hit, is it? Yeah.
Yep. Says hit.
Yeah.
Roll damage twice.
Drag a 9. Thunk.
You want to all die tonight? Keep attacking.
Get the barbecue fired up, boys.
Tonight we feed on dwarf flesh.
And with that, on the assumption that they're gonna charge anyway, I'm gonna drop my bow and draw my Bunsen.
Okay. You hear orcs screaming about, "Save me the dwarf's tiny cock! I've heard they're tasty." Stuff like that.
He's been talking.
The next one, he's not running, so can't get. He's the double move to get to there. Is coming from everywhere now, coming from all angles. Next one is not coming from all angles. He's pissing off from all angles.
Good, aggressive voice. He was the orcish shield for the leader, wasn't
he? Yeah, gets up, kind of close behind him. They're overcoming their fear of the light. Next up is Wistful Walk. He's kind of hiding behind his comrade.
They're going to be in a conga line soon, aren't they?
Ridiculous scream.
Yep, they're in a conga line.
That hurt my throat. Smelly knee. There's a lot of them.
Blonde lilac eyebrows.
He's moving around there. The ridge line, he can actually move quite far that way. He's just going with the contours. One healthy. Healthy was down there. Healthy is now up there. Doing the Macarena at the top of the hill now. Soft Lip Hair, having just seen what just happened to their comrade, looks like Soft Lip Hair wasn't that keen to get too close because he's hanging back a little bit from Amalfrida. Though has initiative. And he starts running up towards Sigmar, doesn't get to be able to attack this round.
Scratchy Skirt.
Scratchy Skirt comes around the corner as well. They're coming in pairs. More moving up to the top of the hill. More moving down away from the top of the hill. Conservative attitude. Just comes over the brow. Portly had his head removed from his shoulders by Amalfrida.
Mangle middle finger.
12
o'clock is the one that Neil Sigmar shot.
Fuck this.
Brilliant.
Rotting.
I shall name him Rotting.
There's a breach to the south.
God, chain lightning. That's what we need. Modest orange
Modest
safety
orange
vest.
fist leaps up.
Oh,
Gets
engages
the ball
Amalfrida.
to attack Amalfrida. Still partly blinded by the light. Stabs at Amalfrida with a stone spear and misses you, Amalfrida. You felt it whistle under your left arm, but it missed you. Oh, but getting brave.
Oh.
Obscenely soulless does the same thing. Missed you even worse, if that was possible. You can hear orcish war horns being blown, and somewhere there's a drummer.
God, there's enough of them. There's about 12 running away. About 2 dead.
Moaning. Forces are looking overwhelming.
Great, isn't it? He's going to change to hammer and shield and try and help Hathis with Scruffy Blazer. So I think I'll probably have to move first. What's it? If you draw your hammer and shield and all that kind of stuff, that's the action over if he moves as well? Is that the turn over?
So you're bowing. So it's a free action to draw a weapon. If you don't draw your shield this round, you can attack. If you draw your shield as well, that's an action to draw the shield.
I'll just attack him then with the hammer.
Just no shield at the moment. Okay, good luck.
Okay, now that means I can use a two-hander, which I think upgrades it to 1d10 plus 4. If I hit.
Yeah, if you hit, it's more damage. Yeah. So that hits. You can do the d10 now.
Yep, I'll do it manually now. I think I'll just drop it on him then.
Yeah, just drag and drop. Yeah. Whoa! Crunch. There was a thunk and a and lots of squelchy noises from the orc right in front of you. He goes down.
Son.
You did kill him.
Good.
Nice job. Next up is Pale Wary Awe-inspiring. Ooh.
This is a hell of a combat tracker. It's actually more scary looking at the combat tracker, so I'm getting rid of it.
So you
It's
don't
pyro.
have. You don't need to unequip your shield, but I'll just attack at +2 because you don't have your shield out. Okay.
Sure.
Are they at disadvantage still because they're in the light, or was that only for the first round as well?
No, they have disadvantage.
Yes.
Shield gives 4, I think, so you might give it a bit more.
Is your shield +4?
Yeah, it's a wall shield, great shield, whatever it is.
Holy mackerel. Okay. Well, it's still at a disadvantage, but let's see. Wow, that's a hit.
Well, my back's turned, typical orcish scum.
Hit you with a stone shield. Oh, and as a bonus action, which you can do automatically, it applies a bit of horrible strength to you.
Wiggles it a bit.
It automatically, it wiggles it in your thigh wound, and it does another 2 points of damage automatically.
Ah, you bastard!
Dwarf cock on the menu tonight, boys. Sorry, I hope you're not recording this. Runs down the hill. Hathis, there's a dwarf scum in the midst.
He's on my side. What are you on about?
Sorry, there's an orc scum in the midst. Hang on a minute. I forgot to do something to awe-inspiring.
What happened?
You can tell the light's having an impact on this goblin that attacked you, Monin. He puts one hand to his head and it's almost like holding his temples.
His head's going to explode. It's scanners.
Hathis, what are you doing?
Hathis is going to shoot at Shrunken Shoulder, who's coming over the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
So control, splot, target locked, and short bow. It's got a 2. Assuming that's not great.
Woeful.
There's one on the rocks. He will line up a bit better with Monin.
Okay.
If I go too far, I'm going to get overwhelmed, but he's going to do that. That'll do.
Okay, Amalfrida, you're up next. Oh, 3 of the bastards all around you.
It's just what she wanted.
Okay.
Wow. That's 2 criticals in a row.
She is flying.
Absolutely amazing. Good shot. Okay, are you moving or are you staying there? You're staying there. You're swinging like the best of them. Pale Wary Goblin Beefy comes up round the corner. Gets to there. Doesn't go any further. Next is... Run away! Blackdraw clambers up some rocks, but doesn't get much further over them than that.
Bouncy Castle.
bouncy moustache comes around the corner, up on the main body of the hill now. There's a few runners going here.
Zipper trousers next, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, God.
You're all going to die.
There's a smelly right knee and a smelly knee.
They're brothers. Huon, are you...
Huon is change of plan. Can Huon rush and attack Shrunken Shoulder on his rock?
Yeah. Oh, Shrunken Shoulder, yeah.
So Huon is going to just dive for his throat.
Have at it.
Huon McGregor. Love it.
And then drag the damage, which is 1d6 plus 3.
Nice.
And you also, I think you knock it. It needs to make it. So drag the DC 11 strength saving throw blue bit to it, and that forces a save. Complete miserable failure. It is prone. I will mark him as prone. Wow.
Nice.
Huon's done the business.
Well, the good thing is there's no other Greeblies around there, so it's relatively safe for him to dive in and do it. Good boy. I'll get a little treat out of my pocket. He'll Scooby snack.
You're up to round 5, guys. You're not all dead yet. It's quite amazing. Hang on, though.
Yeah, I think the tide may.
So runs in and attacks. Ooh, it's unfortunately attacking you, Monin.
Good.
It's a disadvantage. And you still don't have a shield out, do you?
Not yet.
+4. Missed you completely and utterly, woefully, awfully, which is good for you. Írimë she turns to face the big threat here and is holding a hand out. The light's still coming all around, but it's kind of focused in that direction. Sigmar.
Me.
For those about to die, we salute you.
So I've got 2 orcs coming at me. So basically, I can move in, attack one, and then disengage.
Yeah, you can.
Bonus section. That's where I. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll do that to attack the next one.
Okay, so move yourself into which one you're going to attack, and then roll to hit.
Oh, I didn't roll it hard enough.
You hit. It's okay.
Oh, you hit, though. You hit. Come on. Shot.
Heavy.
And then you're moving as a disengage, yeah?
Yeah.
Where are you going? Back to where you are.
So,
Jack in the box.
I don't know how narrow that is. Is it narrow enough for me to just be attacked by one of them? I doesn't. So yeah.
Yeah, one may get a penalty to hit. One could be right in front of you, but there's only like partial for the other one. So
I'll go back as far as it needs to be.
Yeah, I mean you can go right. I'd say you can go back to there, right the way back in there, into a crevice.
I'm more of a treasure hunter than a killer.
Fucking die! Ah, the light. Oh,
he's getting sizzled.
There's mixed messages there. Fucking have you now.
Dwarf cock on the menu. Ah!
He comes up to attack Monin. He's putting up a stout defense. He's swinging a spear at disadvantage and clatters off the rock in front of you, Monin.
Sizzle, 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 hopefully.
Yeah, aggressive voice screams, hold his hand to his head.
Melting.
No.
It burns us?
I'm not sure whether it does. No. Big ones don't appear to be as affected by the light as the little ones. Wistful Walk, though, is
small and sizzly.
He comes up and he screams as he comes over the hill. Got his spear. Oh my god, he's targeting Írimë.
What?
And fuck it! Oh god, speaking Orcish really hurts my throat. And he throws this spear at poor Írimë up there.
Missiles.
Just missed her. It skittered off the rock right in front of her, and she barely registered it. She seems to be focusing incredibly hard on something. The light, it burns me! And it's wounded by the sunlight. Oh, he managed to hold his nerve, though. Stays still. Has lost his spear now, though. Ridiculous scream. Just makes it up to Hathus.
Oh, piss.
And stabs him with a spear. And drops the spear on the floor. And swears in Orcish. Blonde-like eyebrows. Comes up round the corner. And goes... Sees the light in all its full glory. Stop screaming, it really hurts my throat. And takes a little bit of damage there. Healthy, though. Let me at him, you fuckers! Runs up. Looks like he's going to try and surround you. He's a big one. Nothing sizzles with him. Oh, he's feeling brave now. Lip hair leaps into Amalfrida and attacks, but misses. Damn it, he says. Almost had you. But seems to be out of the... Let me just draw a...
The light that burns.
It's not liking the light, but it's not burning it at the moment. Scarred shoulder. He got injured badly. Or got badly injured. He is... No. Right, maggot. Let me have you. Stabbing at you with a jagged knife. Hits you, Sigmar.
That's not good. I don't like getting hit.
However, Goblin Archer runs in.
Sigmar's pinned down in his crevice.
This one. Surrounded. It's not looking as good for poor old Siggy here. He attacks with a jagged knife and misses you, Sigmar. But you're pinned in there now.
Combed chimstamp beard.
So as he runs past Dishonest Saunter, was it Dishonest Saunter? Yeah. Who threw a spear at her, he punches him in the head.
Idiot.
Don't hurt the fucking elf! And he runs up and he's looking like he's attacking you, Havas.
As he used his attack action by punching his colleague on the way past, by any chance?
No, that was a free action.
Oh, free action to punch.
And he's swinging a big orcish scimitar at you, which that hits you.
That hit. Only 13 my armor class. I'm only in my pants, basically. I'm hit.
Ow! That hurt Havas.
Oh, blimey! Where did that come from?
A big scimitar that slashed across your guts.
Jeez.
Even their beards will be tasty, he says. And then other things run off. Another thing runs up. More running at the top of the map. Okay, he gets a bow out. He takes a bead on Huan.
Yeah.
That was unexpected. And I think that hits.
I've got no idea.
That hits.
19's going to hit, isn't it?
Definitely hit, yeah.
He's got 12 hit points.
Not anymore, it doesn't.
Yeah, I know. Oh, half damage.
Oh dear.
What? Poisoned? Sneaky.
So you are now poisoned, which means you get disadvantages to attack, and you're vomiting everywhere.
That's not cricket.
Rotten comes round. He's stabbing at you with a jagged knife.
No shield.
What does that give him? You still got no shield. Okay, definitely missed. That should have been a disadvantage. However, the light
takes a sizzle damage.
Takes a bit of some sizzling. This one comes up to the rock there, takes a bead. Fucking orcses! And, sorry, that's a bit non-orcish. And then attacks you with a bow and missed you, even though it had disadvantage. Next up is you're being attacked, Amalfrida, from the south. Stone-tipped spear attacks you. Oh, my God. That absolutely hits you. Amalfrida should take half of this, I think. Let's just check it's correct. Yeah, you resisted quite a lot of that. Your rapid movement and aggression deflect the spear from your path. But there's another one right on you. I missed anyway, even though it's a disadvantage. Next up is Broken Finger. Climbs up onto the rock up there and targets... my God, another one targeting Monin. They don't like dwarves. Well, we did know that, but attacks you with a bow, Monin. Missed you, fortunately. Arrows scattering around.
Shrunken Shoulder's the one that's in fighting with Huan, and he's got disadvantage on his next attack because he failed his saving throw.
Yeah, he's prone, so that it stands up and stabs at Huan with a knife.
No,
damn me, dog! I don't know whether that hits Huan. I'm not sure what Huan's armor class is.
Yes, 14.
It missed. Yeah, it was 12 missed. So Monin.
Okay, get the shield out first. This is Foe Crusher! This is your doom! And they'll try and hit the Ridiculous Scream, I think was the one he hit before, was the mouthy leader. And it'll action surge as well.
Ooh. Okay.
Good.
That's a hit.
That hit.
And that's all he can do.
Ooh.
Take that, you bastard!
Or inspiring goblin. Where is he? There he is.
You leave my cock alone.
Stabbing at Moni with a knife from the pits of Mount Doom.
It's up to AC 20 again. I would have missed.
Wow, it hit even at disadvantage.
No, because I got AC
Didn't you say
20.
your AC 20? Does the pale, wiry goblin sizzle a bit?
Yes, it does, sorry. Oh,
well.
that hurt.
And then
It wasn't noticeable, but Serpentine runs off, then it's Hatters.
What on earth are we doing? Right. Ridiculous Scream is damaged, but combined combed chinstrap beard is sadly very close to our charge, isn't he? Oh, bloody hell. If he hasn't already, he's going to drop his bow on the floor and get his, whatever it's called, staff out and just attack.
Okay.
He's got a chance of killing Ridiculous Scream, but he needs to try and distract Comb Chinstrap Beard. So he's going to attack Comb Chinstrap Beard because he's close to what's her name, and so he's just going to have to try and distract him. Take this! Boink. 15 miss. Curses!
I've got some pretty heavy armor on these big guys. Oh,
Okay.
Hatters is bleeding. I think I guess you can't really move. You're staying put.
I don't want to move for multiple reasons.
Amalfrida, what do you got? Amalfrida pegs it down the hill as well. Oh no!
Fumble
The
cakes.
round of criticals had to come to an end. So Beefy is next up. It comes in closer and it's like crowding in, and then
So now it's going to sizzle.
it sizzles a bit. Ow!
Do they have to roll saving throws when they take this kind of damage, or is that hoping too much that their morale will fail?
No, it's automatic. If they get down very low, then they have a morale issue. Okay, Relax Bra moves around to there. He targets Monin. It's strange. He's got what looks like a jar. He gets out of from his ragged clothes and he pulls it, and it's like some vile, dark, viscous liquid in there. You can see it's like he shakes the lid off or the bung out of the jar, and it's almost stuck to his fingers. And then he throws it at you, and he tries to hurl it into your face. It smashes on Rotting's back just in front of you, and he screeches. And then, Monin, you can see this gloopy, horrible stuff it spatters onto you a bit. Doesn't actually hurt or anything, but it doesn't appear to do anything else.
Oh, okay, cool.
Bouncy moustache. He's clambering up the rock. He's targeting you, Hatters, with a bow of horn. Misses anyway. Kill them and leave her be! He shouts as he runs up. He's clambering to get to you. This one does the same. He's trying to get in near you. Huon, the injured dog.
He's going to keep attacking Shrunken Shoulder, I think. Was that he's at disadvantage because he's ill,
because he's poisoned.
I feel a bit weak and wobbly. So poor thing, poor soul.
Okay,
that's all he can do, isn't it?
Yeah, Smelly Knee. He is attacking Monin at disadvantage, shielding his eyes, and he attacks you with the spear. No, he attacks you with the scimitar, Monin, which misses. Írimë she's almost rotating round on that rock between you, Sigmar, and the big load of orcs just to the south of her, but she's looking skyward, which is a bit strange. It's almost like in prayer or something, it looks like. Sigmar.
So I.
Sigmar, you're just looking down and you just shat yourself, but yeah. Actually, I'm conscious of time.
He's yelling with... It's actually fear, but it sounds a bit like battle lust.
Stephanie shouts, "Mother!"
Yeah, that's exactly what he's hit before. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's missed.
It's
not looking good.
If I can wriggle any further back.
You can't. You really can't.
Okay, right.
You're screwed as it is.
Yeah, that's me then.
Okay, so Sigmar, as you attack, you out of the corner of your eye see huge black shapes flying in the sky above you. And as they come closer and closer, these vast birds fly into the between the rocks. There's must be 8 or 10 of them. Just as you thought you're going to get overrun, these arrive, and I'll share the image with you.
Pigeons have saved us.
It's the eagles.
The eagles have landed. So the eagles, these massive eagles, fly in, grab you. You scream, "The dog!" As you get whisk airward, and another taloned claw goes around you, and Írimë is picked up. You're all picked up. Amalfrida, you're picked up on the eastern flanks of the hill, and you're flying. You're flying into the night sky skyward. Behind you, you hear the orc captain roars to rally his troops. "Stand and fight, you maggots!" He grabs a huge black bow from his back and loosens an arrow at one of the eagles, and it strikes it in the breastbone, and its flying becomes more laboured, but they wheel west and start heading towards the mountains. Very slow, measured wing beats. And that's where we're going to leave it till the next session, guys.
The eagles have come. Yep, and that's where we will leave this session. Now, there's going to be a gap in between sessions because John, the GM, is coming over from America to good old Blighty. So all of us are going to meet up for a face-to-face session of this. So I don't have all that equipment to have cameras and multiple mics. It's just me normally with Open Broadcast Studio, Audacity, and Premiere Pro. All that kind of stuff won't be able to record. So I'll have to fill you in on the next one. And obviously there's going to be a delay now because we only normally play monthly, which means then that it'll probably be 4 to 6 weeks before the next one of these comes out. There will be another one. It's just that we'll need to play a session for me to edit it. Thanks very much for watching, listening, subscribing, whatever you do. All the ways to get in contact with us, the usual place in the description. But otherwise, we'll catch you next time. Bit of a delay, as I said. Cheers. Bye-bye.